All these years, we thought graphene was one of those big bad boy materials to have around, right? Well, we won't say it isn't, being extremely strong, excellent conductivity, elasticity, and on and on. In fact, everything would make us in love with this specific material, right? But what if I say that there's something far cooler than graphene? Yep, it's Borophene, the new wonder material. And guess what? This thing can do everything that graphene can, but also better. Hey folks, welcome back once again to another exciting episode. Let's get straight into Borophene, alright? One of the strongest materials ever discovered is graphene. It may carry electricity more efficiently than silver and heat more effectively than diamond. But what is Borophene and why is it so much more effective at this? The answer to this question is the same as graphene. Yep, because of its extraordinary strength and flexibility, the substance graphene has long captured the attention of scientists. At room temperature, this thing is the best material for conducting electricity. It was designed to hold electronic data and has the potential to change how computer chips are created. And do you guys know that our greatest choice for construction in deep space is a three-dimensional variant of graphene? Well, if you didn't, that's something new. Whether the material will spark the following industrial revolution has been a topic of discussion. And you know what? Even consumer goods like light bulbs and coats already contain it, and graphene hair dye may soon follow. Okay, now going back to Borophene. It is only one atom thick, just like graphene, and whereas Borophene is plainly produced out of the element boron, graphene is built of carbon. If you guys just heard about Borophene right now, then you might be quite late. Since its initial synthesis in 2015, researchers have shown that it is more bendable and stronger than graphene. You could say that the history of Borophene is very young. In the 1990s, physicists used computer models to demonstrate how boron atoms may form a monolayer to make the first prediction of its existence. But now we have it. Nevertheless, it wasn't until 2015 that a chemical vapor deposition was used to create this rare material. A heated gas of boron atoms condenses in this procedure onto a cold surface of pure silver. Each boron atom is forced into a similar pattern by the regular arrangement of silver atoms, where they bond with up to 6 more atoms to form a flat hexagonal structure. But a sizable number of boron atoms only form strong bonds with 4 or 5 other atoms, which leaves vacancies in the structure. The peculiar characteristics of Borophene crystals are due to the pattern of vacancies, and obviously there's a ton of applications for it. These applications include hydrogen storage and more potent lithium-ion batteries, both of which might be essential in a world where electric cars are starting to predominate. And because it's more malleable than graphene, Borophene may potentially be utilized in flexible electronics. The fabrication of scaled-down hybrid electronic devices is designed to take advantage of Borophene's better properties, and they may be made possible using 2D materials. We could be able to create Borophene-based gadgets that can be bent and then revert to their original form. Well, not so quickly though. The fact that Borophene, like many 2D materials, is very sensitive to the outside environment, and so far has not demonstrated long-term stability and dependability when used in electronic devices, is one of the main issues facing researchers. To identify various failure causes in electrical devices, researchers are now developing novel imaging techniques to record the mobility of individual atoms in 2D materials. Now, what else do we have? Yes, battery tech. You know, thanks to its high power density and long life cycle, lithium-ion batteries have become a mainstay in the current electronic industry. It's not just about lithium-ion. Sodium-ion batteries have also grown more and more popular in recent years, due to their great operational safety and cheap running costs. Applying to this, the particular shape of 2D materials permits quick ion diffusion and qualifies them for use as electrodes. Therefore, you might argue that because of its enormous storage capacity, which results in an incredibly high power density and electrochemical performance, Borophene is a very promising electrode material for lithium-ion and sodium-ion batteries. Also, according to a recent study, Borophene has the largest storage capacity of all the 2D materials examined so far. Well, we can't just stop at batteries, can we? Borophene can make really good catalysts. Typically, the unique characteristics of 2D materials, such as their huge surface areas and new electronic states, indicate significant potential for utilization as catalysts. But Borophene acts better than any. In the electrochemical reduction of carbon dioxide, oxygen reduction, and hydrogen evolution, Borophene can be employed as a catalyst. Particularly, the electrochemical reduction of carbon dioxide has great promise for aiding in the fight against climate change. However, due to a shortage of catalysts that are reliable and effective, development has been slow. The story doesn't end here though. Also, Borophene is lightweight and reactive, which we discussed during its applications in battery cells. Due to its high theoretical specific capacities, superior electrical conductivity, and superb ion transport capabilities, Borophene is a potential anode material for lithium-ion, sodium, and magnesium-ion batteries. Since of its single-layer structure and the enormous surface area of its atomic layers, Borophene is a potential material for hydrogen storage because hydrogen atoms bind to it easily. Theoretical research indicates that Borophene outperforms other materials by being able to store nearly 15% of its weight in hydrogen. Other than all of this, there is the Borophene's capacity to catalyze the dissociation of water into hydrogen and oxygen ions and molecular hydrogen into hydrogen ions. In the CO2 electric reduction reaction, oxygen evolution reaction, oxygen reduction reaction, and hydrogen evolution reaction, Borophene has demonstrated exceptional catalytic activity. Yes, and that may bring about a new era of water-based energy cycles, we suppose. However, before Borophene is utilized more extensively, the inventors of this substance still have some work to accomplish. To begin with, they still haven't figured out how to produce Borophene in huge amounts. Additionally, because of its material's reactivity and susceptibility to oxidation, it needs to be properly preserved. The cost of production and the difficulty in handling Borophene are both high. Thus, work lies ahead. However, chemists gotta have a strong faith. The world may soon be enchanted by Borophene, the next wonder substance. Okay, let's come back to the strength part we discussed in the beginning. We didn't get through it well. As stated in our talks, the flexibility of Borophene is said to be at an all-time high and is far greater than that of graphene. The strongest known polymer materials to date cannot compare to the original optimal strength. Additionally, it offers a greater stiffness to weight ratio. In actuality, when subjected to strain, Borophene resists breaking apart and instead experiences structural changes that increases its strength. That's one of the major reasons why researchers are interested in flexible electronics, such as flexible electrodes and nanoelectric connections, have taken notice of the distinctive wavy or corrugated surface that can be seen under scanning microscopy as it develops on a silver substrate. It is advantageous as a possible reinforced component in the construction of composites due to its strength and low weight. In China and the USA, comprehensive studies on mechanical characteristics have been conducted. It possesses two distinctive qualities that could be the cause of its unusual properties. One in the network of boron atoms, which is made up of hollow hexagons that are incredibly changeable and form a reference triangle lattice. By adjusting to the hydrazine hydrate content, this lattice may be tuned for the necessary mechanical characteristics. In other words, the lattice gets stronger when additional hydrazine hydrates are added. Another characteristic is the delocalized multi-center bonding, which gives it a very metallic aspect. The importance of this development has not yet been thoroughly investigated. Another important factor is superconductivity. It may be possible that, if cooled, a material with a greater electron density than graphene may transport electricity with no losses. Work is moving quickly to completely define and synthesize it. Even today, it is known that depending on the temperature at which it is created and how the boron atoms interact with the silver surface underneath them, sheets of Borophene have been made that are both smooth and striped when seen via a scanning tunneling microscope. In comparison to graphene itself, the corrugated form has a better conductivity for electrons along the ridges and may also have a higher rigidity. Because of its directional property, Borophene could be the top choice for filtering polarized light experimentally. So if you take a look at what we discussed so far, we could say that it is little wonder that this wonder material promises many more uses from electronic to other photovoltaic devices. Of course, we haven't overhyped Borophene. Let's assume for the purpose of simplicity, alright? Graphene was discovered in 2002, the year of the initial patents, and in 2004, the year of the first exfoliation, by Jim and Novoselov, who both went on to win the 2010 Nobel Prize in Physics. It's been called the new wonder material, and you can do anything with it material. A stronger than steel material, a superb tunable superconducting material, and the best choice for the next generation semiconductors. Even the answer to the thermoelectric problem. Ever since graphene has been discovered 12 to 14 years ago, several studies have been performed on it. And you know what Borophene will do. So the question is it time to say goodbye to graphene? Anyway, if you guys enjoyed today's episode, be sure to like our video and subscribe to our channel so you can keep up with the newest developments in the industry. See you guys next time.